Today, I'm going to be showing you how to set up a fish tank. We're going to go through all the steps so that you can get a really good looking fish tank that is not too hard to make. But before we do that, you got to make sure you subscribe and like the video. I'll wait. Okay, now that you've done that, we can get started. The first thing you want to do is find the right size tank for your fish. So I'm going to be breeding shrimp in this tank, so I don't really need a big tank, so I'm just using a 20-gallon long tank. There's many different tanks that come in all different shapes and sizes. So once you got the right size tank, you're going to need to pick your substrate. I already put my substrate in the tank because I was doing this earlier, but there's many different types of substrate, like gravel, there is sand, there's tile, and there's larger pebbles. So once you've chosen your gravel, make sure to clean it and go ahead and dump it into your aquarium, which I've already done. A good amount of gravel to put into your tank is 2 to 3 inches. And you want to make sure there's enough room to hold your plants. So you want to make sure that you can get your plants deep in there. So whenever you get that in there, the next step is to put everything that's going to be in your gravel. So that's going to include your bubbler, some rocks, your aquarium plants, and some other things that you might want, like decals. So I'm going to go ahead and put that stuff in there now. So I've got some orange plants, and some pink plants, and a rock to put in my aquarium. So you're going to want to start with your bigger things. So that's going to be like my rock, and if you were going to put some larger plants in your aquarium. So I'm going to go ahead and put my rock. And generally you want to put your bigger things in the center, or you want to have 2 things inside. So you want pretty much everything to always look fairly symmetrical. Unless you're specifically going for a tank that's not symmetrical. But it's really whatever you want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and put some plants, maybe one here, one here. And I'll put an orange one here. And maybe I'll put another little back in this corner. Alright. So I'm not going to be putting a bubbler in my tank or any of the other things that you would generally have in your tank right away, because I'm going to be putting shrimp in it and I don't have the shrimp yet. So I'm going to wait. But generally you would put your bubbler just in a corner or right in the middle. There's lots of different types of bubblers. There's bubblers stones, there's long bars that put like a whole wall of bubbles, and there's a bunch of other things. So the next thing you were going to want to do is put your filter. Generally the filter would go either in this side, or on the back. So once you got your filter, you can also put your heater. The heater is basically the same thing on either the back or either side. And you're going to want to put your thermometer either here or here, just right on the opposite side of the heater, so that you can tell the temperature of the whole tank, not just where the heater is. So the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go ahead and get your water. So there's many different types of ways to get the water. A lot of people have wells. They don't even need to dechlorinate their water, but a lot of people live in cities too. So people who live in cities will generally use tap water, but tap water has chlorine, so we use things like this to dechlorinate your water. So another way to dechlorinate your water is to just put it in 5-gallon buckets and let it sit for 2 to 3 days. By that time, the chlorine will have worn off and it'll be safe for your fish. So if you don't want to do that and you don't want to wait, you can put the chemicals, or you can put the water in your tank, and you can go ahead and leave your tank sit for a few days. So I'm going to go get the water right now. It's just going to be a snap for you, but it's going to be So generally whenever you're going to put water in your tank, you're going to want to either pour it really gently or pour it on a rock. That way it doesn't disturb the gravel a lot. think I'm gonna use 1 or 2 more buckets. Alright, this is probably my last bucket. And once you go ahead and finish putting water in your tank, you're going to want to do some retouching. You're going to want to do some retouching because some of your gravel is going to be moved and some of your plants are going to need fluffed up. You know, just to make everything look real nice. Like so. Push it up right there. I'm going to bring some gravel from the back, put it in there. Bring this rock to the surface. You know, just small things like that. And there we go. Got a nice looking tank. Now we're going to use our dechlorination. There's usually just instructions on the back. And at least in my case, 1 full cap is just enough for 20 gallons. So here we go. We've got 1 full fish tank. Pretty much ready for fish. All it needs is heat it up. And it looks pretty good. Yeah, it's not that much work. Alright. And so you can get this chemical at your local pet stores and online. And voila. Now you have a nice looking fish tank ready for your favorite pets. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment below suggestions for what I should do in my next upcoming videos. And pretty soon I'll post a video about putting shrimp in my tank and the general care for these shrimp that I'm going to put in my tank. Thanks for watching my video. Bye!